Hi guys, welcome back to Foster's channel. So today we are making vanilla cake recipe that is simple and super easy. So without further ado, let's get started. So first thing first, if you want to achieve a very fluffy and yummy vanilla cake, you are going to make sure you whisk your butter and sugar together for a very long time until it becomes fluffy and light in color. So for this recipe, I used a margarine, salted margarine. If you have salted butter, you can also use it. But if you don't have that one at your disposal, you can use unsalted. So this is me creaming the sugar and butter together. And the list of the ingredients I use for this recipe is going to be shown at the description box. And you should just do well to check it out. I'm also going to drop the exact measurement for everything I use here. So this is me just creaming the cake, and I'm going to cream it for as long as 10 minutes using a hand mixer. If you don't have a hand mixer, you can use a wooden spatula, but you know that with wooden spatula it's going to take a longer time for it to become light. So make sure you also scrape the sides and bottom of your pan or your bowl when you are doing this so that you can get everything all incorporated. So this is what I was doing. I was getting everything at the sides. So I'm going to continue with the creaming. So when you are doing yours, just make sure you mix everything together, and as you can see, the butter is already turning into a light colored yellow. It's no longer deep yellow. So at this point you should know that it's already ready for the eggs to come in. So I'm going to be adding my egg one at a time, and each time I add the egg, I'm going to incorporate it using a low speed. So at this point I'm using a low speed to do this particular process. Make sure not to use a high speed, because at this point after creaming your batter, you should just be careful. You can even use your wooden spatula to do this, or your whatever you have to use, and like fold it into the batter. You can use that instead of using this hand mixer, because if you can't use this hand mixer very well, you're going to over mix it. So but if you want to use it throughout, you're going to reduce it to the lowest speed. So now I'm going to introduce my baking powder into my flour. So this is me just measuring it. So after measuring it, I'm going to mix that up so that it will go round into the dry ingredients. You can add the flour all at once, or you can decide to share it into half and add it twice. So but either ways you are going to still achieve a good result. So you are going to add that, and as you can see, the speed is reduced, because if it's not reduced, it's going to splash everywhere and mess everywhere up. So after that, I added a milk powder. This is milk flavor, not like a real milk powder. This is a milk flavor that I just added, and I added water as well, so that it's going to balance up with the liquid ingredients in this recipe. If you have watched up to this moment, it means you are enjoying my video, and please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you have not, because I drop amazing recipes that you would like to try in this channel. The milk flavor I actually added is not a must in this recipe, I assure you. If you don't have that milk flavor, you can still make this cake and it will come out very nice. And if you don't have way to get milk flavor but you have powdered milk, you can still use your powdered milk. But the only thing is that you're going to consume the one with normal powdered milk in a short period of time. So after that, I added my vanilla flavor, because that is what we are doing, vanilla cake. So I added my vanilla flavor, and then I went in with my spatula. Like I used my spatula to, incorporate other things that have not mixed properly with the mixer. If you're a lover of vanilla cake, this recipe should be your go-to recipe, because it will give you that vanilla cake, feeling that you want. I don't know, but it has this feeling of, the taste and everything is so nice. So just, try it and tell me what you think about this recipe. It won't take you more than 30 minutes. more than 1 hour, sorry, to make. Or if you are not so fast, you can make it like 1 hour 30 minutes. So here I'm preparing my pan, and you know why I'm preparing my pan? Because I don't want my cake to get stuck in the pan. I want my cake to come out easily, because if you don't do this process, your cake will probably get stuck in the pan and to break while you are trying to bring it out. So after putting in my butter, I went in with flour to dust around the pan too, and of course I removed the excess flour. So at this point, I've preheated my oven, and I preheated it for like 5 minutes before adding my cake batter into it. So this is me putting my cake batter into my cake pans. As you can see, I didn't, jam pack a lot of butter inside one pan. I shared it so that the cake will bake evenly, and for the cake to also bake without burning. If you put a lot of butter in one pan, it might get burnt, or the cake will get dried, or a lot of things might actually happen to it. So it's best you share it. So after about 35 minutes of baking mine, it came out looking this beautiful and yummy. And guys, this tasted so nice and delicious. You should try this recipe. If you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.